So we have gotten Vic Micolucci's live shot back. Let's go to him now. Vic, I know you were earlier by the ocean, by A1A, where crews are starting already to do some recovery on that damaged roadway. Where are you now, and what are you looking at? Because it looks like there's a great big lake behind you.
Yeah, Stacy and Tark, this is actually a street, and that is a neighborhood alongside this street. So we are at Moody Boulevard and Flagler Avenue in Flagler Beach, not far from the big bridge that brings you into the town. And the Intracoastal Waterway is this way, the beach is that way. So that's your perspective. A lot of erosion and storm surge over there. We're going to show you that video once again in just a little bit. But I want to talk about what is going on behind me. This is a neighborhood, and as far as my eye can see, probably about a half a mile, it's just underwater. The water is reaching some of these homes and apartments here. There are some people back there. Some of them have been getting out, walking in the floodwaters. That's certainly not advisable. That's not something safe because of the risk of electrocution, which we saw in St. Augustine. It's not safe because of the potential for sewage and bacteria. But the water is very deep here. We're not walking through it because we don't want to set a bad example either, and we want to make sure that our crew is safe. But I was talking to a sheriff's deputy with Flagler County, and he said, wow, he wanted to come and see this firsthand because it is worse than Hurricane Ian when it came through. Obviously, it wasn't a hurricane when Ian came through this part of Flagler County, but he said it was worse than Ian, potentially because the ground is already saturated, the water levels are already high. You've got the St. Johns River and the Intracoastal coming through this area. But he was surprised, and a lot of neighbors tell me the same thing. And they say that the erosion is worse too. So let's show you that video if we still have it. This was earlier today. This is the erosion on A1A. Do we have that video? Okay, so we're going to pull up that video in just a moment, but we were along A1A, which is, a couple blocks to the east of us, and we saw that historic road washed away, worse than we have seen, worse than after Ian, and crews were making emergency repairs over there. So here is that video. We appreciate our producers juggling a lot to make sure that we have all the content for you. So take a look at this video. You can see that one lane of A1A, the main stretch right there, fell into the water. There really is so much erosion that there's no beach to stand on. The waves are big, a washing machine out there. And then we saw a lot of contractors with the Florida Department of Transportation, with Flagler County, some with the city here as well, coming out and putting in sand and rocks and doing whatever they could with the heavy machinery to make sure that no more of that road washed into the water. Obviously, it's going to be a long time to repair it. Residents are upset. They're frustrated because they say, oh, man, this is going to be a long one. There were some washouts after Ian came through here, but nothing compared to this is what they tell me. Let me take you back over this way. Let's come back out here live. So the main road is okay. This is Moody Boulevard. We're walking this way with photojournalist Chris O'Rourke. So this road is okay. It's built up high, so it was designed to be fine during storms like this. But look on the other side. You can see several of the Flagler Beach police officers, and there's a reason why they are here and not further on. Well, there's a fire station back there. There's a police station back there. Those are both underwater. We have seen the fire trucks, the high water trucks coming and going through there, but the cars are not able to go through there. And actually, they've got the hood up for one of those, potentially because it may have water damage. Remember that saying, turn around, don't drown? Most people are listening to that, but we've seen several people decide to drive through these floodwaters. Not a good idea for multiple reasons. One, your car could stall out. Two, you don't know how deep it is. Three, sinkholes. And four, you want to be courteous to your neighbors, the homeowners, the renters, the businesses around here. When you're going through there, you're essentially a boat that is making wake, and then that makes the flooding worse. So think about this. If somebody's keeping that water just away from their doorsteps and the sandbags are keeping it out from their home, their carpet, their tile, and then you go through there with a big truck or whatever it is with tires that are going to be creating that wake, then you're causing problems for them, and you may be causing that water to intrude in their homes when before it wasn't going to. So again, traffic is moving through here. We've got the state now coming to just take a look at the situation, take a look at the scenario, and I guess the good news here is it doesn't appear to be going any higher, but the tide is going out at the moment. It is going to be coming back this evening. So that is a concern for a lot of people who live here, who work here, for the first responders that I have spoken to. And once again, out there this way, east of us on A1A in Flagler Beach by the pier, the waves continue to lash that shoreline.